A plane disappeared, while the pilots were still talking normally. What happened next became the deadliest aviation disaster in history. It was supposed to be a routine flight. Passengers boarded with families, luggage, and normal travel plans. Nothing felt unusual, no warning, no panic. But within minutes, hundreds of lives would be lost in a disaster so horrifying that aviation rules around the world changed forever. And the strangest part? The crash didn't happen because of bad weather alone, or engine failure, or terrorism. It happened because of one tiny misunderstanding. March 27th, 1977. Two massive Boeing 747 jumbo jets were diverted to a small airport on the island of Tenerife in Spain after a bomb threat at another airport. One plane belonged to KLM. The other belonged to Pan Am. The airport was never designed to handle so many giant aircraft at once. Planes crowded the taxiways. Visibility got worse by the minute as thick fog rolled in, and that fog would soon hide a deadly mistake. Inside the KLM cockpit sat one of the airline's most experienced captains. He was respected, trusted, famous in aviation training. But that day, pressure was building. The crew had been delayed for hours. Flight time limits mattered. Everyone wanted to leave quickly. Meanwhile, the Pan Am plane was still taxiing on the runway, trying to find its exit through the fog. The problem? Neither crew could actually see the other plane anymore. And then came the radio messages. The KLM captain pushed the throttles forward. The giant 747 began accelerating down the runway, but the tower had not clearly given takeoff clearance yet. At the same time, the Pan Am plane was still on that same runway, hidden in dense fog. One sentence, one misunderstood transmission, changed everything. As the KLM aircraft accelerated faster and faster, someone in the cockpit suddenly realized the horrifying truth. The runway wasn't clear. The Pan Am crew suddenly saw landing lights bursting through the fog directly at them. The KLM captain tried lifting off early. For one impossible second, it almost worked. But the bottom of the KLM plane slammed into the top of the Pan Am aircraft. The explosion was catastrophic. Fire ripped through both planes instantly. Passengers never had a chance. In total, 583 people died, making it the deadliest plane crash in aviation history. Most people aboard the KLM flight were killed instantly. On the Pan Am flight, a few passengers survived by escaping through holes torn in the aircraft. Imagine surviving a disaster like that, surrounded by fire, fog, screams, and twisted metal. Investigators later discovered something terrifying. No mechanical failure caused the crash. The planes worked perfectly. Humans made the mistake. After the disaster, aviation changed forever. Pilots around the world were retrained on communication. New cockpit rules were introduced so co-pilots could challenge captains without fear. Even simple phrases changed forever, because investigators realized something chilling. A single misunderstood sentence can kill hundreds of people. To this day, the Tenerife Airport disaster remains one of the darkest moments in aviation history. Not because of technology, not because of weather alone, but because two planes on the same runway couldn't see each other through the fog.